Hi guys, good evening. Me again. I know it's like my third video of the night. Last one, I promise. I wanted to cover and talk about something that just popped up a few hours ago online. This is super, super exciting for me. And if anybody else, if you're a big creature feature fan, I mean, this is just the kind of news that randomly pops up in the middle of the week when you're not thinking about it and you're on Facebook or social media, you see it in your feed and you're like, no way. But the big news that dropped that I want to quickly cover tonight is that film composer Michael Giacchino is set to direct a remake of Them, not the popular Amazon show, but Them with an exclamation point. The classic 1954 creature feature featuring giant radioactive mutated ants. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it is an amazing movie, especially if you're a fan of creature features, sci-fi, horror, all that jazz. It is right up your alley and a wonderful, fun watch. The movie has never gotten the remake treatment ever, and I guess now it's time to shine, and it could not be in more capable hands than Michael Giacchino, who earlier last year, or in the fourth quarter of last year, in October of 2022, gave us the very good, very memorable, and very exciting Werewolf by Night, the Halloween horror special given to us by Marvel Studios, introducing some awesome new characters who will hopefully pop up in other Marvel films and projects in the next couple years. And I think he did a pretty damn good job for that being his first time directing gig. This movie, the Them remake, is going to be his first big feature film debut, and I could not be more excited. This guy has composed some amazing scores over the past 2 years alone. He's done the Batman, Spider-Man No Way Home, Jurassic World Dominion, tons of other films I can't even begin to mention. He is an excellent composer, and from what I could tell with Werewolf by Night, not too bad of a director either. So I am very excited that one of my all-time favorite creature features, Them, is going to be getting a remake on the big screen, and he is at the helm of it. I have the actual story here pulled up right now. Deadline first reported it, and it says Oscar-winning up composer Michael Giacchino will make his big screen directing debut with a reboot of the 1954 sci-fi man-eating monster movie Them at Warner Brothers, because it was originally a Warner Brothers film. And if you need a refresher of what happened in the movie, it says, in the Gordon Douglas directed original film, which was also a Warner Brothers release, a huge nest of irradiated ants are discovered in the New Mexico desert and become a national threat when two young queen ants and their consorts escape to set up new nests. The national search that ensues culminates in a battle in spillways and storm drains of Los Angeles. And that's pretty much a rough summary of the film. It doesn't go into some of the more specific spoilers, so I'll let you watch it if you want to check it out for yourself. Giacchino is meeting with writers in hopes of getting the production up quite soon, so that's very exciting. The fact that he's been hired as a director, he's looking for writers, that's very, very cool. This is what he had to say about it. There's always a movie in your mind that never leaves your head. For me, that's Them. It wasn't until much later in life until I learned what it was about, the nuclear age. And if you watch it, it is exactly about that, a warning about the coming nuclear age. Because that movie came out 9 years after World War II ended, after the first atomic bomb was dropped in 1945. And so World War II and the atomic age was very much still fresh on the public's mind, which made that movie extremely relevant with social commentary about the warnings of what could happen with nuclear man and nuclear power. Of course, this was a bit of an exaggeration because it was about ants becoming mutated by it, but the moral of the lesson of the story was still there. Be careful with nuclear power, kids. He also adds, what I love about Them is exactly what it's called. It's about the other, the unknown, which one refuses or can't understand. The current version of Them is about immigration, and to tell a story about the subject through a lens of this insane science fiction monster movie. That's what he's teasing, what's his early vision for the pick is or could be about. So That is very interesting and very, very exciting to read. The story was first broke by Deadline, but now it's popped up on a few other movie news websites like Bloody Disgusting and MovieWeb. And so I am very, very excited about this. I will recently, earlier last month, back in December, I was rewatching them recently because I was in the mood for an old favorite of mine, a good old creature feature, and them definitely falls into that category. So the fact that we're getting a remake of this movie, and this guy who gave us the very good, the very exciting Werewolf by Night, I'm pretty excited for what he's got in store for us. And it sounds like he himself was a big fan of the original movie, which always helps because I feel like that passion kind of spills over into the sequel, prequel, requel, remake, whatever you want to call it, for a lot of movies these days. So I'm very happy and excited about this, as I hope you guys are as well. I know a lot of you are creature feature and horror fans out there, so I know you're pretty pumped about this. What do you think of this news, this announcement that we're getting a remake of them? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your night. Them can currently be streamed on multiple viewing platforms. No word as of yet as to who is writing this movie, let alone starring in it. Hopefully, as it gets closer to filming, we'll get more and more details and answers about that. But for now, at least we have a director attached, so that alone is a good sign of progress. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks again for watching. And of course, until next time, what's your favorite scary movie?